There we go.
Confidence mode
Yeah,
was on.
I do see the live stream now. Yep.
Okay, was it? It's still in confidence mode.
Yeah, it's in confidence mode. Oh,
Okay,
right.
well, probably a bit of delay.
It's beautiful.
Sweet, I'll put it back.
Perfect.
live stream there? Just a live stream?
Yep. All good.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending the statutory post-election meeting today. I declare the post-election meeting of 11 April 2024 open at 11:01 a.m. I advise members of the public that this meeting is being live streamed and recorded in accordance with Council standing orders. Councillors and staff are reminded of their responsibilities under the respective codes of conduct, both inside the Council meeting and when dealing externally on behalf of Council. On behalf of Whitsunday Regional Council, I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet here today and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. We recognise their deep enduring connection to country and we extend our respect and gratitude for their wisdom and culture. Welcome councillors, WRC staff, members of the public and media. Moving to item 1, apologies. I don't believe we have any apologies. Number 2, condolences. Are there any councillors that wish to acknowledge any recently deceased members of the community? No? On behalf of the Whitsunday Regional Council, we would like to acknowledge and pay our respects to the recently departed of the Whitsundays region and offer our sincere condolences to their families and loved ones. Will you please stand with me for a minute's silence? Please be seated. Before we get into the reports today, I just wanted to start with an opening mayoral address. Obviously, it's been an amazing few weeks, and really just want to reflect on some things that have happened to me. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of our council, executive leadership team, members of the public and fellow residents of the Whitsundays. Thank you for being here, and as I stand before you today, taking the mantle as your mayor, I'm filled with gratitude and I'm truly humbled by this incredible opportunity to serve our region that is my home, your home, my inspiration and our collective opportunity. For me, this moment is a culmination of a journey deeply rooted in our community, a path paved by the voices, dreams and tireless efforts of those around me or of those that have placed their faith in the future direction that I may provide. I will work tirelessly to ensure that this confidence is well placed. I'm mindful and pay respect to those that have led this council before, including those returning councillors at this table and recently departed Mayor Julie Hall and Councillor Michael Brunker, whose dedication has helped shape the Whitsundays into the vibrant community that we cherish today. To you, them and to the tireless advocates in our community have shown that leadership knows no bounds, I extend my heartfelt thanks. Our beautiful region with its breathtaking landscapes and spirited towns is more than just a backdrop to our lives. It's the heart of our community. It's a place where our residents hope to grow and learn, raise a family, build a career, a business, enjoy the best parts of life and build lasting memories. During the campaign, I was afforded the invaluable opportunity to engage with and listen to the diverse voices within our community. I listened to community leaders who shared the challenges their towns face, from managing the balance between development and preserving our natural beauty to enhancing public safety. I spoke with local business owners who are eager to unlock the full potential of entrepreneurship in the Whitsundays by working closer with council and fostering a more supportive environment for startups and established businesses alike. I engaged with our youth at length, vibrant with ambition and ideas, ready to forge their futures right here in the heart of our region, seeking new avenues for innovation and career development in both our traditional and future industries, some of which are on the very precipice of becoming a reality. I heard from those new to the Whitsundays and for some to Australia who have fallen in love with our region are keen to contribute to and feel part of our community as they start anew in this beautiful corner of the world. I connected with lifelong residents who apparently are not local unless you're born here, who are the backbone of our regional towns, who work tirelessly every day yet face uncertainties about affordability and accessibility in an evolving Whitsundays. I met with developers and investors ready with an appetite to transform our spaces and opportunities, seeking support, clarity and consistency in our decisions to ensure that their ventures can thrive responsibly within our community. I heard from environmental advocates urging us to take decisive action to improve our climate resilience, protecting our precious natural assets for future generations. I was inspired by the volunteers, artists and creators among us whose talents and visions contribute uniquely to the cultural tapestry that makes Whitsundays extraordinary. From every corner of our region, from homeowners to renters, from the young to the elderly, the message was clear. There is a universal desire for good jobs, growth opportunities, safe communities and a sustainable environment in which to live, work and raise a family. These stories, sometimes aligning, sometimes diverging, have reinforced my belief that inclusive governance, one that is grounded in the community's voices, respects and considers all perspectives, leads to the most thoughtful and effective decision making. As your Mayor, I commit to continuing this dialogue, to listen to all points of view to deepen my understanding of every facet of our community needs and aspirations. As we look to the future, our vision, guided by the collective wisdom and aspirations of this community, should be to lead a council that is truly united in its purpose. Together we will represent and advocate for the interests of all residents across the region, championing a future where economic and social growth drives us forward towards a prosperous future for all. In moving forward, our plans will be ambitious yet essential, crafted from the fabric of our shared experiences with the lessons of our past, aimed at securing a resilient, thriving Whitsundays. I will seek to foster economic growth, ensuring our businesses flourish, our sectors diversify, developing strong plans for infrastructure development that will enhance our daily lives and support our economic ambitions, while sustainability remains at the core of our actions, protecting the natural beauty that defines us. I will support a culture of accountability and innovation, prioritising actions that deliver quality of life gains, making council operations transparent and community focused. As we aim to advance our community, working hand in glove with other levels of government to address affordable housing, enhancing healthcare and supporting educational opportunities, ensuring an opportunity for every resident that can thrive. Today, as I accept the role of Mayor, I'm reminded of the power of collaboration, the importance of listening and the transformative impact of a strong shared vision. The road ahead will be marked by challenges, but with a united council and an engaged community, there is no limit to what we can achieve together. Thank you again for entrusting me with this honour. Let's make this journey together for the Whitsundays, for the residents and for the generations to come. Let us begin. Thank you. Okay, number item 3, Officers' Reports, 3.1, Declaration of Office. Of a mover and a seconder. Mr. Bradshaw, Director Bradshaw.
So moved, Councillor Wright.
Councillor Clifford. Could you give us an overview of the report, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, before assuming office, all councillors need to undertake a declaration of the oath of office. That's a requirement under the legislation. That commitment shows an agreement to operate under the local government principles, which are outlined in Section 4 of the Local Government Act 2009, and to abide by the Councillor Code of Conduct, which was recently amended in February 2024. Council has recently, in the last hour or so, attended a ceremony where those oaths of office were taken by all individual councillors. This meeting report serves to formalise that commitment made by councillors and to accept and acknowledge the council that has been elected for the 2024 to 2028 term after the declaration of office on March 28, 2024. So for the record, Mr. Chair, I might just say the office of Mayor to be held by Bri Collins, Councillor Division 1, Janet Clifford, Councillor Division 2, Clayton Bowman, Councillor Division 3, John Collins, Councillor Division 4, Michelle Wright, Councillor Division 5, Gary Simpson, Councillor Division 6, John Finlay. They are the elected council. Those oaths of office have been taken and the recommendation sits before the council for adoption. Thank you.
Would any councillors like to speak to the motion? Okay. The recommendation that Council note that as a result of the 2024 local government elections conducted by the Electoral Commission of Queensland, the Chief Executive Officer took the declaration of office from each successful candidate prior to the meeting in accordance with Section 169 of the Queensland Local Government Act 2009, Section 254 of the Local Government Regulations 2012. And I put to the vote. Carried unanimously. Thank you. Next item is 3.2, appointment of a Deputy Mayor. Move Councillor Collins. Nominate.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Wright as Deputy Mayor for the full 4-year term. If I can get a seconder, I'll speak to it.
Move Councillor Simpson.
I'm going to wind the clock back a few years. Previously, 2012, 16 and 20 was a bit different. We changed the rules. But what we were looking at was with the region, if the Mayor was from the southern end, we'd take the Deputy from the northern end, which we did with Councillor Remage at first, and Councillor Wilcox and myself with Councillor Wilcox. And I just think that Michelle is very, very passionate about the northern region. She's well known in both Collinsville, Bowen, Gumbaloo, Guffalunga, the northern region, all around. So I think she's does an excellent job in what she does there, and I'm reckon she'll be a great Deputy Mayor. And the 4 years term, I believe we need to do it for continuity. So hopefully we can get enough support around the table if she's interested.
Yep, Councillor Clifford. Councillor Simpson.
Yeah, I'd just like to say totally support Councillor Wright. It's a good fit with Wright, Councillor Mayor Collins living down at Kennebale, and Michelle coming from Bowen, and I think it's the right thing to do to bring the region together, because there'll be times when you need to be in Bowen and you can't physically get up there for an hour's drive or whatever, and I think it's a good fit. And while I'm here, I'd just like to say it was my honour and privilege to serve in the last 18 months or so as Deputy Mayor. I loved it, every minute of it, and it is a privilege, Michelle, and all those people that I met up, especially the northern end. It's good to try and bring the region together, and I think we're well on that path.
Councillor Wright, do you accept the nomination?
Yeah, I do. I think I can speak to it. Just through the chair, thank you, Gary, for your service in the time that you were Deputy Mayor. You did do a wonderful job. Thank you for the nomination. I do accept the nomination, and hopefully I do. I'll work hard to make sure that I support the Mayor and make your life a bit easier where I can. So, definitely up for the challenge. Thank you.
Director Bradshaw, do you have any comments to add to this report?
No, Mr Chair, the options were outlined in there. It's a requirement that we actually appoint a Deputy Mayor. That's what the report outlines and the recommendations before Council. The recommendation is that Council appoint Councillor Wright for the full 2024 to 28 term as Deputy Mayor in accordance with the Local Government Act 2009. Can I put to the vote? Carried unanimously. Okay, item 3.3, council meeting date schedule 2024. Move Councillor Clifford, second Councillor Bowman. Director Bradshaw, can you please get an overview? Thank you, Mr Chair. Councillors, you have before you the setting of meeting dates and the schedule for the 2024 to 28 term. What's planned at this statutory meeting is to set the dates for the balance of the calendar year for the 2024 time. What we have prefaced the current recommendation on is the past practice, the most recent past practice of council. So the last term of council for about the last 6 to 9 months, council had changed to meeting singularly on a monthly basis. That was generally on a Wednesday, generally the fourth Wednesday of the month. It allowed time for the relevant reports to be available for council and for time to brief relevant matters to council prior to reports being tabled for decision making by the council. The proposal is to retain that structure of a single council meeting per month as the principal decision making forum for council, and provide other opportunities for us to manage the business of council through workshops and briefing sessions as matters arise. but the formal decision making to be held simply at that one meeting per month. The structure of the organisation has, I suppose, developed around that monthly meeting practice at the moment. It does take energy and effort to write reports and bring information forward to council, and that focuses the office's efforts of the organisation to meet those deadlines for a single monthly meeting. It also presents some opportunities for efficiency that we're not constantly in a meeting cycle as we were with the previous former fortnightly meeting cycle. So there's been some efficiency gains already in that process. Happy to take questions on the proposal or to listen to other officers, other responses the councillors might wish to have further explored.
That's all right.
Thank you. Through the chair, I do just have a question. It's more so in regards to the meeting and the layout. But I know last year there wasn't a lot of, like, some reports weren't coming in all the time. So at least just making sure that each directorate does have monthly reports coming in.
Any other questions, councillors? Or would you have a response?
So what we've done with the monthly reports is to ensure that they are available to the councillors and for those key points to be available publicly on the website arrangement. I take your point in relation to some of them were very regular and some of them were taking a little bit longer in relation to that. We're hoping to get to a point where they are available on a monthly basis with our commercial units available on the 6 monthly ratio. If there are important elements of those reports, then they should be coming to the council. If they're for decision making, most of the information is being provided. But we're happy to talk you through that and see whether that's meeting the expectations. If not, then we'll come back and have a look at some other options.
Yeah, it's just more so for the members of the public. Like, it's good for us to know where our teams are working and what's going on, but it's also good for the public to know sort of, you know, where their rates are being spent. So I think, yeah, if we could have something public, I think that's a good thing.
Any other further questions? Recommendation that council confirms the schedule of ordinary meeting dates for remaining 2024 calendar as follows: 24th April 2024 in Proserpine, 29 May 2024 in Bowen, 26 June 2024 in Proserpine, 24 July 2024 in Bowen, 28 August 2024 in Proserpine, 25 September 2024 in Bowen, 30 October 2024 in Proserpine, 27 November 2024 in Bowen, 11 December 2024 in Proserpine. Can I put to the vote? Carried unanimously. Item 3.4, representation on statutory committees, 2024 to 2028. Audit and Risk Committee, Local Disaster Management Group and the Greater Whitsunday Council and Mayors.
We're discussing all separately, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, we'll do them separately. Yeah. Okay, remove Councillor Collins. Yep. Second, Councillor Wright. Dr. Bradshaw, would you like to speak?
I might just talk to the components of the committees first, Mr. Mayor, if that makes a bit more sense to council. So, at the moment, the 4 committees that we're seeking to have, 3 committees we're seeking to have commitments to are what are defined as statutory committees, so they're obligations that we hold. The first one, the Audit and Risk Committee, has an obligation under the Local Government Act 2009 for each council of particular sizes to host and hold an audit committee. We call it an Audit and Risk Committee for this organisation. The Disaster Management Act 2003 requires the council to make appointments to that committee. They are guided by the legislation that is set there, and so those committee structures are also required to be defined, and particularly whilst we're still technically in cyclone season until the end of this month. And the commitment for council's regional collaboration work through the Greater Whitsunday Council of Mayors also needs that to be passed by resolution to confirm our commitment and attendance at those future meetings throughout the term. The roles of those respective committees are outlined within the report that's been provided to council, and as referenced to take the recommendations one by one in terms of the nominations, Mr. Mayor, and then perhaps just confirm that at the end through one resolution might be claimed. Okay.
Councillor Wright.
Yeah, would like to nominate for the Audit and Risk Committee, particularly with Councillor Finlay's skill set. I'd like to nominate you. So, do you accept?
Receive that nomination, please.
Just in regards to both the Audit and Risk Committee and the Disaster Management, is the Mayor automatically one of these councillors?
It is proposed that the Mayor
so,
would be
so
the
right,
nomination.
Mayor, right,
So,
and one more person. Yep.
yeah,
So you're happy to receive that nomination to the second at the end? Yep. So that's the Audit and Risk Committee.
so confirm that, Mr Mayor, that's yourself and Councillor Finlay
Yes.
as nominations for the Audit and Risk Committee.
Yes.
We would also like to reference 2 proxy members for that committee. Should either of those members not be available, that committee has a composition of 5, 2 independent members and an independent chair in addition to the 2 councillors. We do like to have councillors in attendance as much as possible. That meeting, 5 or 6 meetings a year is what the schedule of that rolls at the moment. So it's not a long commitment, but it is an important commitment.
Just in regards to the committee with the 3 private members, there's going to be 2 now, isn't there? So with the is the Webby Graham Webb, the chairman, is he stepping down this year, or can we defer that for another 12 months, perhaps, Mr. CEO or Jason?
Yeah, so to answer that through you, Mr Mayor. So Mr Webb will continue. He's getting close to the end of his maximum term under the committee charter, but the intention will be, once the nomination for this is confirmed, obviously Councillor Finlay was a previous independent member. We will recruit 2 new independent members directly and keep the chairmanship running at least for another 12 months until we can establish some continuity and changeover for that committee. Because during this term of council, we've had multiple mayors and multiple councillors pass through that committee, and we do need some consolidation.
Yeah, so you're going to have keep Webby on for 12 months with the 2 new members.
Yeah, that's the intent.
Okay. Can I nominate a couple for proxy? For obviously proxy, Councillor Simpson is currently on the committee, and we should Councillor Wright as deputy mayor. Is she interested in the proxy? Or?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Accept that nomination, Councillor Simpson. Nomination.
All councillors are still allowed to attend, and they have been, yeah.
And the Local Disaster Management Group.
Could I nominate Councillor Collins for that one? And will the other one be yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my thought process is this is where the main centre is, so it's probably easier to have someone down here. But if for example, like I know in Cyclone Debbie, there was a base set up in Bowen as well. Look, I'm happy to go into there and just feed into those main meetings if that's how it works again. But yeah, just wondering if Councillor Collins would accept that.
Accept the nomination. And the Greater Whitsunday Council Mayors.
There's only one of you.
It's obvious. This you want to nominate Bardo?
Don't know if that's a
Go on,
good
Elvis.
Okay. Yeah. So do I need to seek a seconder there for each of those?
So we have the original motion moved by Collins and Wright for all of that, and the nominations were taken and are recorded there in the recommendation, Mr Chairman.
The recommendation that Council nominate Councillor Finlay. Councillor Simpson.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd just like to support the motion, especially with Councillor Finlay being on the Audit and Risk Committee. I've spent the last 18 months or so on there, and I think it's important what John brings to the table with his experience will be a really good asset for our council. And it's not as simple as Director Jason says, 5 or 6 meetings a year when they send out 400 or 500 pages 2 nights before. So, I think John will be a good fit for that. I just wanted to make that comment, and I appreciate the last 18 months or so that I've sat on it.
Precious experience. Yeah. Thank you, Councillor Simpson. The recommendation that Council nominate Councillor Finlay and Mayor Rye Collins to serve on the Audit and Risk Committee. Councillor Simpson and Councillor Wright as proxy members of the Audit and Risk Committee. Councillor Collins and Mayor Rye Collins to serve on the Disaster Management Group. Mayor Rye Collins to serve on the Greater Whitsunday Council of Mayors. Can I put to the vote? Carried unanimously. Thank you. That concludes our formalities today. We'll declare the meeting finished at 11:26 a.m. Thank you, everyone.